Okay, today we are going to lower this Honda Civic. We're going to try and lower it 1 inch by cutting one coil off of each one of the springs, and we are going to do the entire thing in about 20 minutes. So hopefully even quicker. So let's see what happens. Back in a sec. Okay, it's the front driver's side we're doing right now. And oh no, we gotta turn it all the way the other way. Okay, so you see where the spring ends at the very bottom. If you've got a flat bottom spring, this is no good. If you've got a spring that ends in a one of the coils, it ends abruptly, it hasn't got the flattish bottom, then you can do this. Anyway, where the end is, you're just going to measure up to the next coil, and we're just going to cut that straight across. We're not pulling anything out. We're not going to pull the struts out or anything. It's a tiny bit dangerous. I don't recommend you do it if you're a little bit scared or whatever, but yeah, just going to take a grinder and cut the coil right above where the old coil ends right there. Let's see if I can throw that in there so you can see it a little better. Hopefully you can see that. Camera's stuck. Is that focused down there? Kinda. Alright. Yep. Best it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna hack. I hate that this side sucks because it's real close to the upper tie rod. But we're just gonna cut right there. And other than weaseling the old piece of spring out, we're done. So that's about a 30-second coil spring drop. And thank you for watching. So rear's basically the same thing. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the fronts are done in about, well, it takes more time to jack up the car than to cut the springs and pop the old spring out. The old spring, when you get the old, I'll show you. Ooh, let me get it. When the old single coil that you cut off comes off, you're just going to have to like weasel it up around the upper shaft of the shock and or the strut and pop it out through there. Or you can just cut it again and pull it out in 2 pieces. We just, moved it up and pulled it out. It took about 3 seconds. The back, you have to take off the tire because you can't get to the coil spring without taking the tire off. Move you a little closer here. And the spring ends right here, so we're going to cut right above it again. It's a little bit tighter. Parking brake cable, push that down under the lower control arm to keep that out of the way, and zip tied the brake line up out of the way. And I'm going to have to move you, else I won't be able to cut. Oh, this one's tight. Ah, damn it. Okay, now it's trapped under the lower coil spring. We're just going to grab a pry bar, pry that up, and pop the lower coil that we just popped off. Pull that out of the way. Wear really good eye protection. That's about the only thing that's, the spring's not going to go anywhere. It's retained by the strut, so it's not going to pop out and hit you. The lower coil, there's a little bit of a chance that could fly out, but very doubtful. Like I said, just wear good eye protection and use a good metal cutoff wheel. When it pinched, when this spring pinched, it grabbed the edge of this cutoff wheel and kind of frayed it. So, I mean, they're cheap cut-off wheels. So, and that's the other thing, that you might, if it pinches and grabs, you might have a little bit of shrapnel fly back. If you've got a good face mask and good eye covering on, you're probably not going to worry about that. But the decision's yours if you want to do it this way. It's simple and fast, and you don't have to remove anything. Thanks a lot for watching. Okay, so for the rear one, we had to chop whichever way it went. We had to slice it off in order to slide it over the shock or the strut, because there's no small shaft on the top. But that took about 2 minutes to get that one off. Fronts, 5 minutes altogether for the fronts, and so I think you can do the whole thing for way under 20 minutes. Longest part is jacking up the car and removing the tires. Thanks for watching.